golden. So we've controlled all kinds of features in this game from our server to allow us to do a lot of back-end control and make it completely invisible to the community or the people using it. So, anyways, pretty exciting. I mean, it was a lot of work, and I don't know if I said it already, but it's got a Chromium back-end to do that, and that worked really good. Really good. And
did I see a Jason Schroeder radial timer, or was that your variation of the concept?
Actually, that was Jason's radial timer. You're right. I took and did a variety of Jason's. Where did I put that? Where was that?
So you've got Mike. I'm assuming Mike did some of the graphics and stuff, right? Or
yeah. So these are graphic packs. So the way that worked is Mike had some of these already in his previously purchased set of art assets, and then he made some additional changes. Mike's part on this, I mean, we both had different parts, but one of Mike's big parts on this was just doing the layout and getting the visuals right and the aesthetics and stuff like that, whereas my job here was doing like server programming and that bit.
Okay, so Mike's kind of doing visual / game design, and then
he's also doing a lot of the marketing part.
And then
he's doing it all.
And then you've got Jason's radial timer thing, and then Chromium on the back end. So it's kind of a community project.
Endeavor.
Yeah, I love it.
Sort of.
Yeah. In that people things that people who contributed in the past are finding their way into it. Not in the sense that you're going to send them any money.
There's his radial timer. Actually, yes, and we used his Twitter plugin.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
His rocking Twitter plugin.
Well,
if you want to test his Twitter plugin, just come over here and tweet a little bit.
There you go.
Tell people how much you love this game by just tweeting.
Well, this is good. I like it. So I had a question about coins instead of item purchases. You said in there that you would buy coins and then you could buy these packs. Why did you guys pick coins versus just doing an in-app purchase that just unlocks the pack itself?
Well, because we got a number of themes here, and we have the option to add more as we go along.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got quite a few art themes, and so we wanted to experiment with monetization.
Yeah.
But we didn't think. Our options here are basically what? Give us money and unlock everything, or give us some money and unlock some things. Now the thing is we also realize that there's different kinds of players. There's players who will never spend any money, and then there's players who will spend money. But we want to make everybody happy. So what we're doing here is you can buy coins, but you also earn coins for all kinds of actions. We have a whole bunch of achievements for getting to different levels of the game, for single-player, daily, and friends. You also get coins and rewards for inviting friends to games or joining friends' games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so the more you play, the more coins you get. So if you're really on a budget and you can't afford to buy the coins, then you can just play it a lot and get more themes that way.
Are there any kind of interstitial ads or anything like that?
Yes, there are also ads, and we use Vungle ads. And the way it works is it's kind of we put an interesting algorithm in here, which we also can control from the server if we feel like it's not balancing correctly. But the way it works is you launch the app the first time, no ads. But the next time you launch the app, you get an ad. So we use that strategy like you've seen a lot with Catch App and other games where you get that launch ad. And then if you play a certain number of games, in either case, once you reach a certain critical mass of having played a certain number of games and you go to play another game, you'll get a Vungle ad. This is the part where the algorithm comes in. So I won't tell you exactly what the algorithm is, but there's an algorithm on the back end that decides when it's appropriate to do these ads, and it changes the frequency of the ads based on certain conditions. So, and then of course if you don't like ads, you have two ways to get rid of them. You can pay an in-app purchase to get rid of them, and then that's forever going to be yours. Even if you uninstall and reinstall the game, then you can just restore it and turn off the ads again. Or you can use coins. So if you've been playing a lot and you've got enough coins, then you just simply use your coins and turn off the ads.
Interesting.
But the only problem with using coins in that case is that if you do uninstall the app and then reinstall the app, that was a consumable usage, and so there's no way to restore that.
Interesting. Yeah,
Although maybe in the next release we'll figure out a better way to do that.
I was hoping that you would say that you were using coins over a direct purchase, because then you could wait it so that they'd have more coins than what the item cost, and then that would leave them with a surplus, which would encourage them to buy more coins.
Well, that is actually exactly, that is part of the strategy. Part of the strategy is to let them get a taste. So people start off with 50 coins, and then you quickly ascend to 100 coins. It's very easy to get to 100 coins, and you can go off and buy a theme and decide if you like the idea of buying themes and being able to control your game that way. And then we assume, I mean, this is the sort of like get your foot in the door sort of scenario. Once you've got them buying themes, then people may be more likely to get more themes, which means they're either going to play more to earn the coins, or they may just break down and say, I'll buy a coin pack and get more themes. Now, here's a cool thing, too, about this game. If you play a daily game and the theme is not in your catalog, it unlocks temporarily, so you can play it on the daily game if the theme, so for example, let's say the daily theme was the wizard theme or the bakery theme and I didn't have it, I could still play it in the daily mode. Also, if a friend of mine invited me to a game where they had selected the casino theme and I didn't have it, I could still play my friend and I would temporarily have the casino theme as I was playing. So just because you don't have a theme doesn't mean you can't play it if you've got a friend who's got that theme. So that's another strategy people might evolve.
Do you ask them at any point if they want to keep that theme? Like you've temporarily given it to them. Do you ask them if they want to keep it?
I don't know. We do not. I do know the answer to that. We do not, but I do not know. We might consider doing that.
The reason I ask is that people generally will work harder to keep from losing something than they will to gain something, right? If they feel like it's a sense of loss. So I'm wondering if you let them have it while they're playing a game with somebody else, and then make them aware that it's going to go away, if they would feel inclined to purchase it. I don't know.
Well, that's not a bad idea. I'm writing it down. You can probably hear me scribbling over here with a pencil. Yes, I'm.
Don't worry. The show is being recorded. You can watch it again later.
Well, I think doing the show is all the time I have for Charles. Watching myself talk, I don't like that.
Yeah, right.
So I'm very excited about this.
I'm very excited too. I like this.
It's a culmination of a lot of different things that I've never done before. Working with somebody else on a game, multiplayer game like this, having a backend that controls the thing, it's like all this cool stuff. And now Mike and I are sort of set up to work on our next game, which I'm not going to lay out because actually he's selecting the next game that we're working on, and then we're going to agree on it. So it's a little bit nebulous at this point.
I like this. I like that you've stretched yourself. You're doing things that you're curious about, but are kind of outside your comfort zone or something that you've done in the past. And I also like that that you're teaming up with someone. It seems like there are a few stories that I know of in the community of people who are doing things by themselves and doing fairly well at it. And whether they're actually doing it to themselves or they're just sort of hiring it out to other people, they are the poster child for their activities or whatever, right? But in most cases, it seems like at least two people are working together, and that seems to be a good combo, right? We've seen Glitch Games. We've got Laser Dog. Those guys are working together. Anytime that two people can kind of come together and balance their talents against each other seems to work really well.
I would agree with you. Working on a team is always, in my opinion, significantly better in terms of productivity than working by yourself, as long as you get along with your cohort, your coworker. Yeah, it sometimes doesn't go well. And I know about that too. So,
which the interesting piece there would probably be to start with something small and see how it goes.
Yeah. So we thought we were starting with something small. This ended up being like a 3-month project. So The problem was is we severely underestimated the difficulty of the multiplayer aspect. Or I should own up to that. I said that it sounded like something I could do pretty easily, but I was completely fooling myself. And I knew better, and yet I still did it. I still said it.